I have come to you with breaking news that the Democrats are trifling as hell, although I'm sure that not many of you are surprised by this non-revelation. So I decided to make this quick little video talking about, I don't know, it's not really going to be no deep analysis. I'm just going to spend my time laughing at the Democrats. I'm going to spend my time cackling and laughing at these tired ass Democrats. Like, I'm going to spend my time. Like, okay, so I had been consistently ignoring what the hell had been going on in politics because, you know, just for the sake of my mental health, there's only so many times that you can watch something crash and burn, you know, and do so willingly and do so with enthusiasm, literally fling themselves off the cliffs like fucking Lady Olenna said that she was gonna do when she was walking around the gardens, I think with Sansa in King's Landing. Like, there's only so many times you can watch the Democrats fling themselves off the fucking cliffs and, you know, it not make you want to also fling yourself off a goddamn cliff. And the thing is, now that I'm thinking about it, they're not flinging themselves off any cliffs because, bitch, they got fucking health care. They got paid leave, bitch. Them hoes barely do. How many hours a fucking year do them hoes work, for real? How many recesses do them bitches take? They're not flinging themselves off. Let me correct myself. They're not flinging themselves off no cliff. They're flinging us off the fucking cliffs. Okay? And it's just like, I'm going to literally cackle. You know, we're all gonna be in this bitch on this mud ball, choking ourselves out with all kinds of pollution. Climate is doing this, like weebles wobble, but they don't fall down, except that bitch is looking like she finna fall down. Climate is like, that's what the climate is doing. Bitch, like, all this shit is going on, like, but then to see people now calling out like, oh my gosh, these Democrats, they're not doing anything. Oh my gosh, our leaders are not doing anything. When, like, people who were saying, hey, guess what? These girls that y'all finna elect or that y'all pushing to the front, we ain't talk about the DNC, but y'all pushing to the front of these nominations, they ain't really gonna do shit for us. And then everybody's talking about, well, y'all want another 4 years of Trump. And now we get to see these hoes crashing and burning, and we supposed to, what you want me to do? What you want me to say? Look, there are a lot of elections happening right now before the midterms, right? And apparently there was just this whole, apparently, what did the talking heads say? This is alarm bells are going off. They're being set off, alarms. Democrats are in dismay. Oh my gosh. And I was just like, remember all the times I was like, Democrats are gonna fuck up the midterms. Midterms ain't happened yet, but they coming up. I said, Democrats gonna fuck up the upcoming elections. It's gonna be really bad. It's gonna be really bad. I guess what the analysts and the people are talking on the news and all this shit, what they're saying is these elections that are happening right now are just a precursor. They're just a taste. They might be just a taste of what the Democrats will possibly be facing in the midterms. Of course, things can turn around. But the Democrats are freaking out. One of the reasons is because the Democrats lost a governor fucking race in Virginia. New Jersey is giving too close to call, and they thought that wouldn't be ever possible. So they were just like, girl, we finna lose everything. We're just gonna lose a lot of shit. That's how people are feeling right now. That's what a lot of Democrats are feeling right now, right? But the thing with Democrats is, first of all, a lot of their interests, like politicians, a lot of their interests align with Republican politicians in my opinion. Like, behind closed doors, I really think, like, bitch, donors, all that shit, corporate interests, all that shit has a huge part to play in why the fuck nothing is getting done in Washington, in my opinion. A lot of them don't want shit to be done. But going even further than that, you have people who are suffering. You have people, I mean, from the pandemic to economics, shitty wages, all kinds of shit. You have people who are fucking suffering. And Democrats entered into this game from Trump with Biden saying that nothing will fundamentally fucking change, and boy was he right about that. Nothing will fundamentally change. He was talking to, I think he was talking to donors when he said that shit. You had dumb bitches coming here saying, bitch, you hoes finna get $2,000 motherfucking checks. Yeah, they lied about checks. But the most important thing, I think, is that they really expected the anti-Trump kind of language or rhetoric or feeling or sentiment, whatever, to carry them through these things, while also at the same time not giving a fuck, not paying attention to what's happening on the ground level, not keeping their ear on the street. The one thing that Republicans do, well, many things obviously, but the one thing that they do right is keeping their ear to fucking streets, seeing what their people want, no matter how violent, vile, immorally reprehensible, you know what I mean, racist, fucked up, no matter how idiotic their constituents are, they're going to feed them everything that they fucking want. They're gonna feed them everything that they want. So you have these Democrats who said that they would fucking solve problems, solve issues while the fucking country's in crisis, and they ain't doing shit. I mean, in my opinion, honestly, you have Joe Manchin to blame for this shit. I saw this shit from NBC. Democrats are dropping family and medical paid leave from President Joe Biden's Build Back Better spending package. The move comes after Joe Manchin, a key centrist Democrat, raised objections to including guaranteed paid leave in the social safety net bill. Its removal deals a blow to Democrats who view the proposal as a key proponent of Biden's legislative agenda. His bullshit reason: I want to look at everything. We should be examining all this stuff. There's a lot of things that could be good, but to put this in the reconciliation bill, major policy, it's not the place to do it. So he's basically saying this is a budget bill. We don't need to be putting this shit. That's always the excuse, even though I feel like they, at any other time, these other girls, they be sneaking whatever the fuck they want into them bills. But whatever. And also he's against like taxing billionaires, the proposed billionaire tax. He said, I don't like the connotation that we're targeting different people. There's people that basically they've contributed to society. They've created a lot of jobs and invested a lot of money and give a lot to philanthropic pursuits. So you have people like that in government, and we're talking about billionaires who hide. I mean, the government could get billions and billions and billions of dollars in taxes if those, you know, funds that are offshore, because billionaires put them there to hide from tax. Like, all that offshore shit prevents billions and billions of dollars of tax dollars from coming in to the US. So you have people like that, and you have people like Manchin just kissing their ass for whatever reason. I don't know how many donors or whatever corporate, like whatever he's involved in, being paid to defend their right to hoard and hoard and hoard. And it's just like pulling teeth for people to raise wages. How the fuck you gonna praise these billionaires for, you know, creating jobs, and people have these jobs and they still living in fucking poverty? Like, what's not fucking clicking? So it's just like, it's really annoying that we had to sit here and listen to, oh my gosh, do y'all want another 4 years of Trump, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, y'all need to just accept. I mean, I remember the concerted effort to push Joe Biden's ass to the front of the line. I remember it. And as much as the Democrats are fighting it, as much as Manchin is literally being a roadblock for things to get passed, it's just like Democrats have set themselves up for this bullshit. And they're reaping the bullshit that they have sown. And it's like, we're gonna have to pay the price for that shit. I just feel like a lot of times Democrats acted like the people who know what they need in this life, like they know what they need, were asking for too much, or like it was completely unrealistic, or so, you know, we can't do that, while we're watching them pump money into the fucking Pentagon, while we're watching them pump money into the fucking military. People have been talking about the student loan crisis, and Joe Biden just like acting like, well, I don't know if I can do it, I don't know. Like, it's just student loan crisis, a big, huge issue. And it's just like, what is going on? What are y'all doing? I think he moved the goalpost. Oh, we thinking about forgiving the shit. Oh, well, maybe 10,000. Nah, we ain't doing shit at all. It's just like, what did the Democrats expect? After broken promises, after, you know, when I hear some of them speak, it's like I can't even differentiate sometimes between Republicans and fucking Democrats. Like, what did y'all fucking expect? And now you, with this lackluster, not accomplishing shit, acting like people are asking for too much, breaking promises, like I said, did y'all expect for a whole bunch of people to come out in droves and droves and droves and vote for you bitches? I think it is very pathetic, and it's annoying, like I said, that we are the ones who are going to have to pay for that shit. We're going to pay for the failures, okay, because, like I said, they're taken care of. Not only they got health care, every fucking politician up there. They got health care, them hoes got vacation days, bitch, they got paid leave, I will never understand how their salary comes from our tax dollars, and they can literally look in our face and say that, bitch, we can't get the money that we paid into a fucking system back during a fucking pandemic, bitch. It makes no sense. And you would think that the party that claims they for the people or whatever would listen to the people, but it's just like, we know where y'all interests really lie. And I know that I don't have a really huge, deep understanding of the intricacies of what it was taking to pass the Build Back Better, and I know the Republicans obviously stand in the way because of checks and balances and the way that the government works, and it's just, Democrats can't just do whatever the fuck they want. But bitch, them hoes didn't even try, in my opinion, with a lot of other things. Maybe not for, you know, this specific bill. A lot of people have been fighting for it, maybe. But when I'm talking about overall, they sat on their ass. They sat on their ass and watched the tornado come toward their ass, and now they fucking panicking. Panicking for what, girl? Why y'all panicking now, bitch? We done told y'all that the storm was forming, girl. And now, yeah, it's going to bite. I knew it was going to bite them in their ass. But the fact that it's already starting before the midterms even get here, girl, they better think of a plan quick, bitch. If I was Joe Biden, bitch, I would pull myself together and find out that bitch start forgiving loans, bitch. I don't know what the fuck I would have to, whatever you have to do. But like I said, I don't know why the Democrats thought anything different was going to happen when, you know, citizens have been saying, especially the ones who put Joe Biden ass up there in the first place, and the rest of his, you know, team of bobbleheads, like, they've been saying for a long, they've been dragging your ass, they've been criticizing your ass. I mean, from student loans to fucking low ass wages, they've been dragging your ass. They've been dragging your ass as soon as you stepped in that fucking office. So I don't know what they expected. I just know that the older I get, the more I don't expect shit from their asses at all. I just wish there was a way. Oh my gosh. That's why, I'm telling you, that's why I wish I was Daenerys. That's all I'm gonna say. I wish I was Daenerys. I would walk up in that bitch like, girl. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to everybody. I have fun. Make sure you follow me on Patreon at patreon.com/AdrianExpression. I always like to have conversations on there. I love y'all so much. Thank you for joining me, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.